Hey, what's going on, guys? Recently I had a commentary on my web scraping tutorial regarding US real estate properties, Zillow.com web scraping tutorial. So here we have a tutorial how to scrape real estate properties from Zillow.com site, and one of my subscribers was actually asking how to extract data let me just quickly read this better. So he wanted, so if you click on a specific home, it will take you to a new URL. Then once there, you can scroll down and there is a section labeled monthly cost with items like principal and interest, home fees, property taxes, and insurance. That information that gives it to you is under class flags, but there may be one of that's better. Flags give you the entire section of monthly costs, but my issue is that the values always stay the same and are wrong, and thanks for helping with this. So basically what Caveman 1 wants, so Caveman 1, if you're watching this video, here is basically this is dedicated for you. So let me just quickly replicate the steps being described in the commentary. So if you just go to the Zillow.com and click on somewhat a house. So here we've been just navigated to some sort of URL, and here basically well, my internet is a bit slow now, so just sorry for this. It will just okay. So here it is. So here it has overview, facts and features, home values, price, taxes, and monthly costs. So here is actually what he was wondering about. So HOA fees, home insurance, property taxes, and all this stuff. So he was kind of wondering about how to scrape this sort of data here. So in this video I will quickly demonstrate how this is actually possible using the requests and BeautifulSoup libraries in Python, and you can consider this video to be some sort of an add-on to my main Zillow.com real estate scraper. So if you just go and inspect the elements over here, we'll see just exactly what was mentioned in the commentary. So here would be just hold on a sec. He was talking about this div display flags and all this stuff under this div, but we don't really need to loop over this one. Instead, we need to extract this sort of divs with this class SC blah blah blah, all this stuff. So we'll just now select all the elements of this particular class and loop over them, and then we'll be extracting this the item name and the value basically. So all this stuff is all the values. So just to show you how to extract this particular data. So it wasn't really how to store CSV or things like that. He was just wondering how exactly to extract this data. So if you're interested, let's actually start writing some code. So I won't be using object-oriented ways I usually do in my tutorials, because I want to keep this tutorial as short as possible. So I can simply say import requests and from BS4 import BeautifulSoup, and then simply create a response object equals to requests.get. So here I can say make HTTP get request. Okay, and we want to specify the URL, so we'll grab the URL from our browser here. So just paste it, and also remember that in Zillow you need to specify the headers, otherwise you just being treated as the bot, which you literally is, and eventually ending up getting banned and blocked. So just in order to avoid that, let's specify the headers equals to headers, and now we also need to paste some sort of a headers here. Okay, sorry, just let me grab the headers quickly from my Zillow scraper project at GitHub here. So I'll just paste the headers over here. So I can simply say custom headers. Okay, and now we need to parse response simply create a content variable which would be equal BeautifulSoup, and we'll using response.text, and we're also using the XML parser here. And now the extract data, basically this the main section here. So first let's try to print content.findAll, and here we specify the div with the class equals to, and we use, so here we have our div and we need this sort of a class here. So let me just try to copy this. So just copy element, okay, and I just paste this element here. It's a little bit too much, but doesn't matter really. So just take all this stuff away. So we need only the class name, so basically kind of this one, nothing else. So okay, and like this. So now let's quickly run the code here. So just simply say python3 Zillow monthly cost.py, which is the name of the file here. I just hit enter here, and I hope to see some sort of selectors. Okay, so here are the guys we basically need, and now within these guys we see that our data, both the feature names and the values, are already available here. So the only thing left here is actually to look over the selectors and extract the data we need. So in order to do that, we can simply say, so first we kind of grab this selector away and simply say for item in, and all the stuff we've just mentioned over here, and here we can simply say, oh, that's basically so hold on, let's better call this for element in content find all, and here we create the items dictionary, and we'll specify all the items we actually need. So the first one would be, okay, so the first one would be the feature, and the second would be the value itself. So let's actually implement this in our code. So first we say just the feature, and here we'll have, we are now using the element as the origin to extract data from. So element dot, this case we want simply to find, because we're looking for the single element, and the element we're looking for here has this sort of copy element, so it has this sort of class name. So we can simply say, like, so if I just paste it over here, then we have a span tag, and we're using the class equals to this text. Okay, not this one, but we need actually this part here, and nothing else needed here as well. Okay, and also let's import JSON module to print this Python dictionary. So I can simply say print items, and we want, no, not the items, but JSON.dumps and items, and specify the indentation equals to 2 spaces. So now let's try to have a look at this one more time, basically. So okay, didn't extract anything. Oh, probably that's because we need to specify the text here. So I say dot text. Okay. Okay, hold on a sec. Oh, sorry guys, I just picked up some of the wrong selectors. So here it seems like the right selector is actually, so let me just try this stuff one more time. So if I run this again, hope to see the feature names first. Oh my god, what's wrong here? Tag is not JSON serializable. Oh, because yeah, now we need to specify the text. And also, okay, let me just try this one as well. So copy. Now this should work really. So I could just say the value here and literally the same, like element dot find and span and class and this guy dot text. So I hold my breath and try to run this one more time. Hope to see the right results here. Okay guys, so this is kind of it. Now we did successfully extract all the features regarding basically what we're supposed to have here in monthly cost of each particular house here. So we have principal, interest, mortgage, insurance, property taxes, home insurance, HOA fees, utilities, and all this stuff. So Caveman 1, so I hope this really answers your question, man. Well, if it still doesn't, well, please let me know in the commentaries below. And I also want to thank all of you guys for like participating in this interaction. So I'm really happy to have some sort of a feedbacks from you guys when you're asking the questions, when you're learning web scraping, trying this stuff. Like if you're getting some troubles, you're like requesting some new tutorials, and this is really cool. So just to bear in mind that on this channel things like requesting a web scraping tutorial is quite a normal thing, and I highly encourage you of doing so. So just feel free to kind of ask me creating on-demand web scraping tutorials, and I would be happy to cover them in my next videos. So I hope you've learned something interesting out of this particular one. So until next time, and take care.